time permitting, we could spend another hour on each one of these.
On
that
every slide.
We're going to mention them quickly because, you know, we want to be sure that we honor a time frame with you. You're going to 10 times your influence with empowerment, love, integrity, truth, and excellence. Personal excellence. When your ideas about your success are dependent on somebody else's actions, you will never be able to feel peace. Your personal excellence. So shall we rip through those for just a minute, the 5 proven principles? Sean, you want to take empowerment?
Absolutely. And, you know, so that's really the essence of everything that we've been talking about. If we could bunch it together, these are the 5 principles that you just live by. Empowerment is all about empowering other people. You know, we talked about not discouraging others or not disempowering others and always telling the bigger story. It's becoming the essence of empowerment. I really think that that's it. It's not this win-or-loss scenario where somebody has to buy your products or join your business. It's what if we just decided that every step we take and every move we make is going to be under the spirit of empowerment and joy and happiness, and that's a way of life. That's not something that you do. It's not a piece of clothing that you put on. That's an essence, and that's an energy. And when you start from that place, that energy of empowerment, you know, you've set the stage for everything else that's going to make your business run properly, and it's going to make your life better.
And the other piece I want to add to that is empowering yourself, because the conversation that you have between your ears about whether you're good or not, whether you're valuable or not, whether you deserve this or not, that's stopping you. That's stopping you. And so realize, you know, you got to empower yourself and tell an empowering story about who you are to yourself. The next one is love. And, I mean, geez, doesn't this just say it all, really? Is there another purpose that we even breathe? Is there anything that you would more want to embody? Is there anything that would be more attractive to somebody than to be truly seen and cared for? Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so truly just coming from a place of love. And love for yourself. I got to add that piece too. Right? Sometimes we find it easy to be really wonderful and expensive and supportive of the people around us, but we are horrible on ourselves.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that in with empowerment as well. I mean, if we do for others, but we're not able to fill our own cup, then we're ultimately at some point in time, it's going to feel hollow. And yeah, this, again, love is just a pre-decision. You know, can you love somebody even if they say no? Can you love the fact that you're alive even if your circumstances are not really what you want? And when you have that mentality, it's a lot easier to make the changes that you're wanting to make. But when you're irritated or you're hating or you're taking for granted everything around you and other people around you, it is incredibly difficult to make any changes. So I think inside of love is acceptance as well. And speaking of the internal game, integrity is such a powerful word for me. You know, a lot of people, you know, talk about integrity, but integrity is really, it's about what you're doing when nobody else is watching. I think that's a true measure of integrity. It's not about trying to impress other people, making other people think that, you know, you have no problems in your life or whatever. And the definition of integrity is actually being whole. You know, and so when we are really truly whole with ourselves and authentic, then we're living that integrity-filled life. We're truthful. We're honest with ourselves, with other people. You just can't go wrong.
And you already mentioned the next one, truth. It's, you know, realize that you're building these relationships for a lifetime. I've got people on my team that I've been working with for 20, 22, 25 years, and when you tell the truth, even if it isn't the pretty, puffed up, fluffy, lovely version of what's happening, but you tell the truth as you see it, people really do know that they can trust you. And then when you do share the big, expansive thinking, they know that you can be trusted. You prove in a million ways that you're somebody who does what you say you're going to do, and when you say something, people can count on it. Not that you're the holder of all wisdom. You may make mistakes. You may say things that aren't completely accurate because you're not perfect, but your intention always is to be truthful and transparent. Now, that's the kind of person that somebody wants to link arms with for decades.
Love that. And the last letter here, E, excellence. I mean, that, I think we should replace the word perfection with excellence. We all have the ability to be excellent. I think nobody has the ability to be perfect. And when you strive for that to be just the way you live your life, can you be an excellent mother? Can you be an excellent father? Can you be an excellent friend? We can all be excellent, and excellent is not about comparing yourself to anybody else. Excellent is, again, about being a higher version of yourself, or doing the best you can. If you can look yourself in the mirror and say you do the best you can, then you're living in excellence. And so when we take all of these together and we come from these core principles, then you can tack on all of the other things that are important in direct sales. It's just that those other things like recruiting and scripts and overcoming objections and what to wear and what to say and all these things, that's icing at best. But this is the cake, right? And too many people are just are searching for their answers and searching for the depth in the areas that at best are very shallow.
I've got 26 years in the game, and so I've got a little bit of perspective that I can share. I've got some hindsight. I remember the times of doubt. I remember the times of fatigue and wondering if I was doing the right thing and doubting myself. And I want to share one quick experience, and that is that I've built a really substantial business in Eurasia. And a couple of months ago, I was in Bulgaria, and I was looking out at this sea of faces, and it just packed auditorium. And I decided to just pause before I started speaking, and it was dead silent in the room. And I looked, and I met a few people's eyes, the ones that were closer, and looked out at this giant group of people, and the thought crossed my mind, what if I'd quit? What if I'd quit? Later the following day, we had the big gala event, and it goes on and on and on, and it's all in Russian, and the highlight here for me was this. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, heaven knows how, that everyone's still going at this hour, they invited the children of the distributors to come to the stage. 250 kids. Little ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, teenagers, 12, 13, 14, bigger kids, 21, 22, 24, piled onto the stage. And I just wept. Because what I didn't know 26 years ago, while I was motivated to create a better life for my kids who were 5, 4, and 2, who are now 31, 30, 28, and 21, that I would be able to have a ripple effect in this many kids' lives. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. So it is not easy, but it is worth it, because there are people that are waiting for you. And it's your voice that they'll hear. There are others who can share the opportunity, but there's some who are waiting for you, and they're praying that you get this right, and that you step out and speak your truth and live your excellence, and that you find them and share your gift.
It won't matter if you got all those tangible goals, right? The question that you're going to judge yourself with is, did you go for it? Did you give it your best? Did you try? Did you jump? Did you swing the bat? And if you can look yourself in the eye and say, I went for it with everything I had, and I didn't compromise, and I just showed up with who I was, I can promise you, you're going to feel a sense of satisfaction. You're going to feel a sense of peace. But if you watch opportunities go by and you don't take a shot, that's not going to sit well. And ultimately, I really, truly believe that that's how we're going to judge how we live.
I agree with you.
So we have a couple choices. You can keep doing the things the same way most of us in this industry talk about the definition of insanity. Keep doing it the same way you've always done, and hope something will miraculously change. Keep fighting the same battles and trying to change other people. I mean, this is what most people are doing. Or you can change the game. You can rise up and step forward and stand out and be something more. You can roll your sleeves up. You can go for it, and you can live the life that you're meant to live. And I think that is a macro choice. That is a choice that you have got to live by one way or the other in everything that you do in your life. Now, the people who are more committed to just being comfortable or convenient are going to take the first road. It's just doing everything the same way, not really ever jumping in the water, and running from risk and just not having what they want in life. The people who are more committed to growth and to change and to challenge and to evolution, you're going to be willing to go for it. And it doesn't matter if you swing and miss. What matters is if you swing.